Okay, Taurus, listen to me very carefully right now. Someone from your past is plotting something. And I need you to understand that what I'm about to reveal in this reading is not what you think it is. Everyone assumes that when an ex wants revenge, you are the victim. But what the cards are showing me is going to absolutely shock you because you are not the victim in this story, Taurus. You are the one holding all the power. And this person is about to learn the hardest lesson of their entire life. Stay with me because in the next 30 seconds, I am pulling a card that nobody expected for this situation. And it is going to change everything you thought you knew about this connection. The first card I am pulling right now is the King of Swords reversed. Now hold on. This is not a typical revenge story card, and that is exactly why it showed up. The King of Swords reversed is showing me this ex-partner, this person who thinks they have some kind of master plan against you. They believe they are being strategic. They believe they are being clever. They believe they are going to outsmart you and make you pay for whatever they think you did to them. But Taurus, this card reversed is screaming one thing to me: delusion. This person is so caught up in their own twisted version of reality that they cannot see straight. They are making plans based on lies they told themselves. They are building their entire revenge fantasy on a foundation that does not exist. Let me paint you a picture of what is really happening here. This person, your ex, they are sitting somewhere right now, maybe scrolling through your social media, maybe talking to mutual friends, maybe writing angry messages they will never send. And in their head, they have created this entire narrative where you are the villain and they are the hero who is going to expose you, hurt you, bring you down. They have convinced themselves that you destroyed them, that you ruined their life, that you deserve everything they are planning. But here's the thing that is absolutely wild about the King of Swords reversed. This person has zero objectivity. They cannot see the truth even if it hit them in the face. Every memory they have of your relationship has been twisted and distorted through the lens of their own pain and ego. They are not dealing with facts, Taurus. They are dealing with their own bitter fantasies. And you want to know the most interesting part? This person thinks they are being so intelligent about this. The King of Swords energy, even reversed, carries that air of superiority, that sense of I am smarter than everyone else. So this ex genuinely believes they have figured you out, that they know your weaknesses, that they have crafted the perfect plan to take you down. They probably think they are being strategic, calculated, maybe even justified in what they are planning. But the reversal of this card is showing me that every single thing they think they know is wrong. They are working with faulty information, misunderstood situations, and a completely warped perspective. It is like watching someone try to solve a puzzle, but they are forcing pieces together that do not fit. And they are so convinced they are right that they cannot see they are destroying the entire picture. Now, Taurus, I need you to really absorb this energy because this is where your power comes in. You are not sitting around worrying about this person. You are not losing sleep over their little revenge plots. You have moved on. You have grown. You have evolved. You have become a completely different version of yourself. And that is exactly what is driving this person absolutely insane. They are stuck in the past, replaying old arguments, rehashing old wounds, trying to figure out how to hurt someone who does not even exist anymore. Because the version of you they are trying to destroy is gone. You are not that person anymore. And they are about to waste so much time and energy fighting a ghost. But let me tell you what is really about to happen, and this is where the reading gets absolutely wild. Because the cards are not just showing me their delusion, they are showing me their downfall. And Taurus, it is going to be spectacular. The second card coming through, and this is the one that made my jaw drop when I pulled it, is the Tower. Oh, Taurus, the Tower. Do you understand what this means? This person who is plotting against you, who thinks they have you figured out, who believes they are going to swoop in and destroy your life, they are about to experience the most devastating wake-up call of their entire existence. The Tower is not a gentle card. It is not a maybe things will shift card. It is a your entire world is about to crumble card. everything they think they know, everything they think they have planned, everything they believe to be true, it is all about to come crashing down around them. Let me break down what the Tower is revealing about this situation, because this is absolutely crucial for you to understand. The Tower represents sudden revelation, unexpected destruction, the complete dismantling of false structures. This ex-partner has built their entire revenge plot on a foundation of lies, misunderstandings, and ego-driven assumptions. They have created this elaborate mental construction where they are right, you are wrong, and they are justified in whatever harm they want to cause you. But Taurus, the universe does not play games with people who operate from that level of deception and malice. The Tower is coming for them, and it is going to expose everything. Here is what I am seeing in the energy of this card. This person is going to be betrayed by the very people they thought would help them in their revenge plot. Let me say that again, because it is so important. They are going to be betrayed, not you. The people they have been talking to, maybe mutual friends, maybe new partners, maybe family members. The people they have been trying to turn against you, those people are going to see through them. The Tower brings sudden clarity, and all the manipulation, all the lies, all the twisted narratives this person has been spreading, it is all going to be exposed in the most public and humiliating way possible. I am seeing scenarios where this person tries to make you look bad, tries to spread rumors, tries to paint themselves as the victim, but it backfires spectacularly. Maybe they send a message to the wrong person. Maybe someone they confided in decides to expose them. Maybe they accidentally reveal their true intentions in a moment where they thought they were safe. The Tower energy does not mess around, Taurus. It brings truth to light in the most shocking and undeniable ways. And this person who thought they were so clever with their revenge plans, they are about to realize that they have been their own worst enemy this entire time. And here is the part that is absolutely beautiful about the Tower in this reading. You do not have to do anything. You do not have to defend yourself. You do not have to explain yourself. You do not have to fight back. The universe is handling this for you. Your only job is to stay in your lane, keep building your life, keep growing and evolving, and watch as this person destroys themselves with their own negativity and delusion. The Tower is not asking you to be the one who brings them down. The Tower is telling you that their own actions, their own choices, their own energy is going to be what destroys them. Now, I know some of you Taurus placements might be feeling a little bit anxious hearing this. You might be thinking, but what if they succeed before the Tower hits? What if they manage to hurt me before everything falls apart for them? And that is where the next layer of this reading comes in, because the cards are showing me that you are protected. Spiritually, energetically, universally, you are being shielded from this person's negativity. Any arrows they try to shoot at you are going to bounce right off and hit them instead. Any traps they try to set for you are going to catch them. Any lies they try to spread about you are going to reveal more about their character than yours. But Taurus, I need to talk to you about something really important here, and this is where the reading shifts into some deeper spiritual territory. The title of this reading mentions that you are awakening someone's anger. And I need you to understand that this is not your fault. This is not something you did wrong, but it is something you need to be aware of. Your growth, your peace, your success, your happiness, it is like a mirror being held up to this person, showing them everything they are not. And that is what is awakening their anger. They are angry because you are thriving without them. They are angry because you did not fall apart when the relationship ended. They are angry because you are proof that their narrative about you being the problem was completely false. Some people cannot handle watching you win, Taurus. Some people are so invested in their victim story that they need you to fail in order to feel validated. And when you refuse to play that role, when you refuse to be the villain they have made you out to be, when you refuse to crumble under the weight of their judgment, it awakens something primal in them. It awakens rage. It awakens obsession. It awakens this desperate need to prove that they were right about you all along. But here's the thing they do not understand. Their anger is not about you. It is about them. It is about their own insecurities, their own failures, their own inability to take responsibility for their part in why the relationship ended. Let me get real with you for a second, Taurus. How many of you watching this right now have had an ex who could not accept that you were doing fine without them? How many of you have experienced someone who seemed obsessed with proving you were a bad person because they could not handle the fact that you moved on? Drop a comment if this is resonating, because I am feeling like this is such a common experience for so many of you. And the reason I am bringing this up is because the cards want you to understand that this person's anger, their revenge plots, their desperate need to hurt you, it has nothing to do with anything you actually did. It has everything to do with their own internal warfare. Now let me pull the next card, because we need to understand where this situation is heading and what you need to know about your role in all of this. And Taurus, this card is going to give you so much clarity about why you have been feeling the way you have been feeling lately. The third card is the Eight of Cups. Now I need you to really sit with this card because it is so deeply significant for where you are right now. The Eight of Cups is the card of walking away, of leaving behind what no longer serves you, of choosing your own emotional well-being over situations that drain you. And in the context of this reading, with everything we have already discussed about this ex-partner and their revenge plots, the Eight of Cups is telling me that you have already done the hardest part. You have already walked away. You have already chosen yourself. You have already decided that whatever that connection was, it was not worth your peace. But here is what is so powerful about the Eight of Cups showing up in this position. It is confirmation that you made the right choice. Every time you might have doubted yourself, every time you might have wondered if you should have tried harder, every time you might have felt guilty for leaving, the Eight of Cups is saying no. You did exactly what you needed to do. That relationship, that connection, that person, they were taking more from you than they were giving. And you recognized it, and you had the courage to walk away even though it was not easy. The Eight of Cups is not an impulsive card, Taurus. It is not about running away from problems or giving up when things get hard. It is about deep spiritual wisdom. It is about recognizing when something is fundamentally misaligned with your soul's path. It is about understanding that some people, some situations, some connections are meant to be lessons, not forever. And you learned your lesson, Taurus. You learned it, you integrated it, and you moved on. But this ex-partner, they are still stuck in the classroom trying to figure out what went wrong, except they are blaming the teacher instead of looking at their own test answers. Let me tell you what else the Eight of Cups is revealing about this situation. This card is showing me that you have been on a journey since this relationship ended. Not just a physical journey, but an emotional and spiritual one. You have been doing the work, Taurus. You have been healing. You have been growing. You have been discovering parts of yourself that were buried under the weight of that connection. You have been learning what you truly want, what you truly need, what you truly deserve. And that journey has taken you so far away from where you used to be that this person would not even recognize the person you have become. And that is why their revenge plot is so ridiculous, so futile, so absolutely doomed to fail. Because they are trying to hurt someone who does not exist anymore. They are trying to attack the old version of you, the version that was in pain, the version that was confused, the version that maybe even accepted less than you deserved. But you are not that person anymore. The Eight of Cups has carried you to a completely different emotional landscape. You are standing on higher ground now, Taurus. You are looking at life from a completely different perspective. And from where you are standing, this person and their little revenge fantasies look tiny. Now, I want to talk to you about something that might be happening in your life right now, and I am getting this so strongly from the Eight of Cups energy. Some of you might be in a phase where you are extremely protective of your peace. You might have become very selective about who you let into your space, who you give your energy to, who you allow to influence your emotional state. You might have cut off multiple people, not just this ex, but anyone who was draining you or bringing negativity into your life. And if that is you, the Eight of Cups is saying you are doing exactly what you need to do. This is not about being cold. This is not about being unforgiving. This is about recognizing your own value. The Eight of Cups teaches us that we do not owe anyone our suffering. We do not owe anyone our pain just to make them feel better about themselves. We do not owe anyone our presence in their life if that presence comes at the cost of our own well-being. And Taurus, you have learned this lesson at a soul level. You understand now that walking away is not weakness, it is strength. It is one of the most powerful things you can do. But let me get to the part that is really going to blow your mind, because we need to talk about what happens next. We have established that this ex is delusional. We have established that they are headed for a massive tower moment. We have established that you are protected and you have already moved on. But what about the aftermath? What about when everything falls apart for them? What about when they realize that their revenge plot has backfired and they are the ones who ended up hurt? The cards have something to say about that too. And Taurus, it is powerful. The fourth card, and this is where the reading takes a really interesting turn, is Justice. Oh my goodness, Justice. Do you understand how perfect this card is for this situation? Justice is the card of karma, of balance, of universal law, of reaping what you sow. And in the context of everything we have been discussing, Justice is telling you that there is a cosmic reckoning coming for this person. Not because you wished it upon them, not because you are sitting around hoping they suffer, but because the universe has its own way of balancing the scales. Let me explain what justice really means in this reading, because this is so much deeper than just karma coming for your ex. Justice is about truth. It is about the truth being revealed, about lies being exposed, about manipulations being brought to light. Everything this person has been doing in the shadows, everything they have been plotting and planning and scheming, it is all going to come out. And not only is it going to come out, but there are going to be consequences. Real, tangible, unavoidable consequences. I am seeing scenarios where this person faces consequences in multiple areas of their life. Maybe professionally, if they have been using work resources or time to obsess over you and plot revenge. Maybe socially, when people start to distance themselves after seeing their true nature. Maybe legally, if they cross lines they should not cross in their attempts to hurt you. Justice does not discriminate, Taurus. It simply ensures that every action has an equal and opposite reaction. And this person has been putting out so much negative energy, so much malice, so much ill intent, that the reaction is going to be massive. But here's what I love about justice showing up in this reading for you. It is telling you that you do not need to seek revenge yourself. You do not need to stoop to their level. You do not need to engage in their drama or their games. Justice is a higher power, a universal force, and it is handling this situation on your behalf. Your job is to stay in your integrity, stay in your truth, stay in your light, and let the universe do what it does best, balance the scales. Now, I need to tell you something that justice is revealing about your own journey, because this card is not just about your ex getting what they deserve. It is also about you receiving what you deserve. Justice works both ways, Taurus. While this person is about to face the consequences of their negativity, you are about to receive the rewards of your growth. All the hard work you have been doing, all the healing you have been committed to, all the times you chose the high road when you could have chosen revenge, all of that is being noted by the universe. And justice is saying that you are about to be compensated for your integrity. What does that look like practically? It could look like new opportunities coming your way. Opportunities that would have never been possible if you were still entangled with this person. It could look like new relationships, romantic or platonic, with people who actually value you and treat you with respect. It could look like success in areas of your life that this person tried to sabotage. Justice is fair, Taurus. It gives people what they have earned. And you have earned beautiful things. Let me also say this because I am feeling it so strongly from the justice energy. Some of you are going to witness this person's downfall. You are not going to seek it out. You are not going to go looking for information about them. But somehow, through mutual connections or unexpected circumstances, you are going to see what happens to them. And when that moment comes, I need you to remember this reading. I need you to remember that this was not random, This was not coincidence. This was justice in action. And your reaction in that moment is going to show you how much you have truly healed. Because healed people do not gloat. They do not celebrate other people's pain. They simply acknowledge that the universe knows what it is doing. Now, Taurus, we need to talk about something that might be challenging to hear, but it is so important for your continued growth and protection. The title of this reading says, "You are awakening someone's anger." And we have talked about how your success and peace is triggering this person. But there is another layer to this that the cards want you to understand. You might need to stay vigilant. I am not saying this to scare you. I am not saying this to make you paranoid. But I am saying this to make you aware. This person is desperate, and desperate people do unpredictable things. The combination of the King of Swords reversed, the Tower, and justice is showing me that while ultimate justice is guaranteed, there might be some chaos before we get there. This person might make some last-ditch attempts to hurt you. They might try to reach out directly. They might try to manipulate mutual friends. They might try to interfere with your life in ways you have not anticipated. Your best defense, Taurus, is your boundaries. The Eight of Cups taught you how to walk away, and now you need to stay walked away. That means no responding to messages, no checking their social media, no asking mutual friends about them, no giving them any access to your energy or your life. Because every time you engage, even just to see what they are up to, you are creating an opening for their negativity to reach you. And you have worked too hard, you have come too far to let them back into your space in any capacity. Some of you might need to take practical steps to protect yourselves. Maybe that means blocking them on all platforms if you have not already. Maybe that means being very clear with mutual friends about boundaries and not wanting information about this person. Maybe that means changing your routines if you live in the same area and might run into them. These are not signs of fear, Taurus. These are signs of wisdom. When you know someone has ill intentions toward you, it is smart to protect yourself. It is not paranoia. It is not overreacting. It is self-care. Now, let me pull another card, because we are getting to the part of this reading where we need to talk about your power in this situation and how you can use this experience to become even stronger. And Taurus, this next card is going to remind you of something you might have forgotten about yourself. The fifth card is the Queen of Wands. Oh, Taurus, the Queen of Wands. This is your energy right now, or this is the energy you are stepping into. The Queen of Wands is confident, magnetic, charismatic, creative, passionate, and absolutely unstoppable. She knows who she is, she knows what she wants, and she does not let anyone dim her light. And that is exactly who you are becoming through this experience. Let me tell you why the Queen of Wands is so perfect for where you are right now. This ex-partner, with all their revenge plots and anger and desperation, they are actually serving as a catalyst for you to step into your full power. Because every time you choose not to engage, every time you choose to focus on yourself instead of their drama, every time you choose your peace over proving them wrong, you are embodying the Queen of Wands energy. You are showing the universe that you are mature, that you are confident, that you are sovereign. The Queen of Wands does not need external validation, Taurus. She does not need anyone to believe her story or understand her side or vindicate her choices. She knows her truth, and that is enough. And that is where you are right now. You know what really happened in that relationship. You know why it ended. You know what you did and did not do. And that knowledge, that internal certainty, is unshakable. This person can try to twist the narrative all they want, but they cannot change your truth. They cannot change what you know to be real. But here's where the Queen of Wands energy gets really exciting. This is not just about defense. This is about offense. Not in the sense of attacking anyone, but in the sense of actively building the life you want. The Queen of Wands is a creator. She is a builder. She is someone who takes her vision and makes it real. And that is what you are doing now, Taurus. You are not just walking away from what was bad. You are walking toward what is good. You are creating new opportunities, new connections, new experiences. You are designing a life that reflects who you truly are. not who someone else wanted you to be. I am seeing so many of you in this Queen of Wands energy right now, and it is beautiful. Some of you are starting new creative projects. Some of you are stepping into leadership roles at work. Some of you are becoming more visible, more confident, more willing to take up space. And every step you take in that direction, every risk you take to be more authentically yourself, it is like another nail in the coffin of this ex-partner's revenge plot. Because how can they hurt someone who is so clearly thriving? The Queen of Wands is also telling me that you are inspiring other people, Taurus. Your journey, your strength, your resilience, people are watching. Maybe they are not saying anything. Maybe they are watching from a distance, but they are seeing how you have handled this situation with grace and maturity. They are seeing how you have refused to be dragged into drama. They are seeing how you have chosen yourself over and over again. And that is creating a ripple effect. You are becoming proof that it is possible to walk away from toxicity and not just survive, but flourish. Now, I want to address something that some of you might be feeling, and the Queen of Wands energy is bringing this up for me. Some of you might feel a little bit guilty about thriving while this ex-partner is struggling. Some of you might feel like you should dim your light a little bit so that you do not make them feel worse. And Taurus, I need you to hear me very clearly. That is old programming that needs to be deleted. You are not responsible for managing other people's feelings about your success. You are not responsible for making yourself smaller so that other people feel bigger. The Queen of Wands would never dim her light for anyone, and neither should you. This person chose their path, Taurus. They chose bitterness over healing. They chose revenge over growth. They chose to stay stuck while you chose to move forward. Those were their choices, and the consequences of those choices are theirs to bear. Your job is not to rescue them from themselves. Your job is not to sacrifice your happiness to make them feel better. Your job is to keep shining, keep growing, keep building, keep living. And if your light makes them uncomfortable, that is information for them to process, not for you to manage. Let me pull the next card because we are getting close to the climax of this reading, and I can feel that there is something big the cards want to reveal about where this situation is ultimately headed. And Taurus, this card is going to give you so much peace about everything we have been discussing. The sixth card is the Star. Oh my goodness, Taurus, the Star. This is the card of hope, healing, renewal, divine guidance, and destiny. The Star shows up after the Tower, after the chaos, after the destruction, and it says, you survived, you are healing, and something beautiful is being born from this experience. In the context of this reading, with everything we know about this ex-partner and their revenge plot, the Star is telling you that your future is so bright that this situation is going to seem like nothing more than a tiny blip in your rearview mirror. Let me tell you what the Star is showing me about your path forward. First of all, this card is deeply spiritual. It is connected to divine timing, to soul purpose, to the idea that you are being guided by forces much greater than yourself. Everything you have been through, including this situation with this vengeful ex, has been preparing you for something magnificent. You are being aligned with your highest path, Taurus. The universe is clearing out anything and anyone who does not resonate with your destiny. And this person, with all their anger and plotting, they are just one more thing that needed to be cleared. The Star is also showing me healing. Deep, profound, cellular level healing. You are not just getting over this relationship. You are transforming through it. You are healing patterns that go back years, maybe even generations. You are breaking cycles that have been running in your family or your past relationships for a long time. And that healing is not just for you. It is for everyone who comes after you. Because when you break a cycle, you free not only yourself, but also everyone connected to you. Now, here is what is really beautiful about the Star in this position. It is showing me that you are about to enter a phase of life that is so fulfilling, so aligned, so peaceful, that you are going to look back on this time and feel grateful. I know that might be hard to believe right now, especially if you are still processing everything, but the star is showing me that this difficult experience is actually redirecting you towards something better. Someone better, opportunities better, a version of yourself that is better. You could not get to where you are going while still holding on to what was, Taurus. And the universe knew that, so it orchestrated this ending, painful as it was, to free you for what is coming. The star is also a card of wishes coming true. It is telling me that desires you have been holding in your heart, dreams you have been afraid to speak out loud, things you have been hoping for but not quite believing were possible. They are on their way to you. And the reason they are on their way now is because you have created the space for them. By walking away from what was draining you, by refusing to engage in revenge or drama, by choosing healing and growth, you have essentially said to the universe, I am ready for something better. And the universe heard you, Taurus. I am seeing some very specific things in the star's energy for different members of the Taurus collective. Some of you are going to meet someone new, someone who is going to show you what a healthy, balanced, respectful relationship actually looks like. Some of you are going to achieve a professional goal that you have been working toward for a long time. Some of you are going to experience a creative breakthrough or a spiritual awakening. The specifics are different for each of you, but the theme is the same: renewal. You are being renewed, Taurus. You are being restored. You are being given a fresh start. And while all of this beautiful star energy is unfolding for you, this ex-partner is going to be dealing with the consequences of their own choices. That is the contrast the cards are showing me. While you are ascending, they are descending. While you are opening, they are closing. While you are healing, they are festering. And that is not because you wished it upon them. That is just the natural result of the paths each of you chose. Now, Taurus, we need to talk about one more thing before we wrap up this reading, and this is crucial. The star is asking you to have faith. Faith that you are protected, faith that you are guided, faith that everything is working out for your highest good, even when it does not look like it. Because there might still be moments, even after this reading, where you feel scared or worried about what this person might do. There might be moments where you hear something through the grapevine and your heart races. There might be moments where you doubt whether you are really safe from their revenge attempts. In those moments, I need you to come back to the star. I need you to remember that you are divinely protected. I need you to remember that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. I need you to remember that the universe is on your side. Angels are on your side. Your ancestors are on your side. Your highest self is on your side. You are so supported, Taurus. And anyone who tries to harm you is going to find themselves up against forces they cannot see and cannot fight. The star is also asking you to be a light for others. Your story, your healing, your resilience, it is going to help someone else. Maybe someone who is in a toxic relationship right now and needs to see that it is possible to leave and be okay. Maybe someone who is dealing with their own vengeful ex and needs to know they are not alone. Maybe someone who has forgotten their own power and needs to be reminded. You have been through the fire, Taurus, and you have come out gold. And that gold is going to shine for others who are still in the dark. Let me just take a moment to acknowledge how far you have come. When you were in that relationship, you probably could not have imagined feeling as strong and clear as you do now. You probably could not have imagined walking away and actually staying away. You probably could not have imagined getting to a place where this person's opinion of you genuinely does not matter anymore. But you did it, Taurus. You did the work. You made the hard choices. You chose yourself when it would have been easier to stay and keep accepting less than you deserved. And now you are reaping the rewards of those choices. So to summarize everything the cards have shown us today, this ex-partner is delusional and operating from a place of ego and pain. They are plotting revenge because they cannot handle the fact that you are thriving without them. But their revenge plot is doomed to fail because it is built on lies and misunderstandings. The tower is coming for them, and they are going to be exposed and betrayed by the very people they thought would help them. Justice is ensuring that they face consequences for their actions while you receive rewards for your integrity. You have already done the hardest part by walking away, and you are now stepping into your Queen of Wands power, confident and unstoppable. And your future, as shown by the star, is so bright and beautiful that this entire situation is going to seem like nothing more than a necessary clearing to make room for your blessings. Your job now, Taurus, is simple. Stay in your lane, protect your peace, keep growing, and trust that the universe has your back. Do not engage with this person no matter how tempting it might be. Do not try to defend yourself or explain yourself to people who have already made up their minds. Do not dim your light to make anyone else comfortable. Just keep shining, keep healing, keep building the life you deserve, and watch as everything falls into place exactly as it is meant to. I want to thank every single Taurus who watched this reading all the way through. Your presence here tells me that you are committed to your growth and your healing, and that is beautiful. If this reading resonated with you, do me a favor and drop a comment letting me know. Tell me which card hit hardest. Tell me what part of the reading you needed to hear most. And if you know another Taurus who is going through something similar, please share this video with them. We are all in this together, and sometimes the most healing thing is knowing we are not alone. Remember, Taurus, you are protected, you are powerful, and you are about to step into a chapter of your life that is going to blow your mind. This ex-partner and their little revenge fantasy, that is old energy trying to hold on to you. But you are new energy now. You are elevated. You are untouchable. And nothing and no one can stop what is coming for you. Stay strong, stay focused, stay in your power. I will see you in the next reading.